Hello everyone! This lesson is about mental strategies and the way to use them to solve the actual problems. Let's do it. So first we have to find the sum of 28.7 and 33.6. A fairly easy example. So 28.7 plus 33.6. We can do this just like we do normal addition, but don't forget about the point. 7 plus 6 is 13, we keep 1. 8 plus 3, 11, plus 1 is 12, keep 1. And then finally we get 2 plus 3, 5, plus 1 is 6. So 62.3. Don't forget to keep this point, right? Very important thing. Next we have to double, so double means multiply by 2 actually. So 79 times 2. Which is equal to, so there is a couple of mental strategies. The way I prefer to do this is I think about it as of 80 times 2. You know, 80 times 2 is 160, right? And if we subtract 1, times 2, we would get 79 times 2, right? So it's the same as 160 minus 2, which would give us 158. That's the method I'm normally using when I do this in my mind. Number 3, find the product of 2.5 and 8. So 2.5 times 8. One more method that I'm using for myself is I take the point out and I count how many steps did I take it out. So 2.5 times 8. I take it out and I count. I took it one step out, and now we can do 25 times 8, just like it would be a normal multiplication. So 25 times 8 is 200, but now we have to return this point. So we take it back. So one step right, one step left. It goes one step right here, then it goes back, one step left. So the point is going to be here, and the answer is 20. So 20.0, which is the same as 20. Next we have share 14.25 between 5 people. Share is the same thing as division. So that means basically divide. Share equals divide. Right? So we can just divide 14.25 divided by 5 people like this. What we can do is we can write it as a fraction, 14.25 over 5, like this. And what we can do now is we can multiply. So because it's a fraction, we can easily multiply both parts of fraction by some number. So in this case, we want to get rid of this point. We don't need it. So let's get rid of it. So we want to take it 1, 2. We want to take it 2 steps out. That means we have to multiply by 100. So we want to multiply 14.25 by 100, but this is not fair. If we multiply one part of fraction by something, we have to also multiply another part. So we also have to multiply this by 100, and then we would get 1425 divided by 500. We can write it like this. So 500 does not fit into 1. So we'll write 0. 500 does not fit into 14. So we'll write another 0. And does not fit into 142. So we write another 0. Actually, the multiples of 500 are 500, 1000, 1500, right? And maybe let's do some more. Then we have 2000, then we have 2500. Okay, this is enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5. So it's going to fit into 1425. It's going to fit there only 2 times, actually, only 2 times. So minus 1000, and then here we write 2. then the answer we get is 425. So 500 does not fit into 425, but it does fit into, so we have 3000 is 6, 3500 for 7, 4000 is for 8. So it does fit actually in 4000. So we put the point here, right? We have to put the points, and then we subtract 4000 from it. So it fits into 4000 8 times. So we write 8, 2.8, and then we get 250. We can get another 0 here, and so 500 fits into 2500 5 times. So minus 2500 would be equal to 0. And our answer is 2.85. Okay, that's how we share 14.25 between 5 people. There is actually another good method to do this, and this method being simplified by the fractions, but I think we can do it later. Another one, we have treble 59. So treble, let's do it here. I think we have enough space. Treble is the same as multiplying by 3. So we do 59 times 3. 59 times 3, we can just do 50 times 3 plus 9 times 3, which would give us 177 as an answer. So 177. Okay, and this is the whole page. Okay, next we have division and multiplication. So again, some mental strategies we have to use. Here we can actually use that method I told you about. We can use some fractions. We can use a fraction method. So 2.84. This is a 2.84 divided by 4. Like this. So you can see that this is a fraction, right? And what we can do is we can actually do 284 divided by 4. We can do this, right? But we have to remember that we will have to return the point back, because 284 is the same thing as 2.84 times 100. So you see what we do is we times it by 100. And so what we will get, 284 divided by 4, is actually pretty easy to find. Right? 71 is the answer. So 284 divided by 4 is equal to 71. It means that, but we multiplied 2.84, the numerator we multiplied by 100, you see? So now we have to take it back. Now we have to divide this, we have to take this and we have to divide it by 100. And the actual answer is going to be 0.71. Again, 71 divided by 100 equals to 0.71. Next we have 63 times 19. Here I would say we can just use a standard method, honestly. I think it's going to be fast enough. But if you want to, so there's one more method which I use sometimes for myself. It's like this. So we can say that it's the same as 63 times 20. Let's write it like this. So 63 times 19 is the same as 63 times 20 minus 63 times 1. Yeah? So 63 times 20 would be equal to 1260, and then we have to subtract 63 from it, which would give us 1197. So 63 times 19 equals to 1197. This is another method. Actually, it's the same as I showed you here. Yeah, it's still the same method that I showed you in letter B of number 1. 1B. 2b, all the same thing. Next we have c. So that's just a normal division, but what we can do, because it's a division by 8, I'm writing what I'm thinking. Because it's division by 8, we can actually express it as division by 2 3 times. So it's the same as 3,400 divided by 2, then divided by 2, and then again divided by 2. So then halved, and then halved again. So it's pretty easy to halve something, right? 3,400 halved would be equal to 1,700, right? So it's 1,700 divided by 2, which is equal to, what is it going to be? I think it's 850. So 850 halved. 850 halved is equal to 425. That's an answer. So we can one more small method, which maybe is going to help you. Next, okay, this is also, here we can use a mental strategy, which is called grouping different numbers. Plus 37.9 plus 75.4. So what we can do is we can group this together, this and this we can group together. 0.6 and 0.4 together they make 1. So this and this, they will give you 1 together. So we can write this as 1 plus 24 plus 75 plus 37.9. This looks easier already. So 1 plus 24 plus 75 is 100. 100 plus 37.9 equals to 137.9. Okay, that's another mental strategy. And what else do we have? We have division here again. Division by 5. Oh, I know why it's division by 5. Because division by 5 is actually the same thing as multiplying by 2 and then dividing by 10. So in E we have 73.25. 73.25 divided by 5. So again, division by 5 is the same thing as multiplying by 2 and dividing by 10. So 73.25 divided by 5 is equal to, this is equal to 73.25 divided multiplied by 2, sorry. So first we double it and then we divide it by 10. 73.25 doubled, 140, 146.5, right? 146.5, and now we divide it by 10. Division by 10 is very easy, especially if we have a point. We just move this point one digit to the left, one step to the left. So we get 14.65 as an answer. Take a look, please, and we will get to the next question. Next we have 0.8 divided by 200. Sorry, my table is moving a bit. 0.8 divided by 200. What mental strategy can we use here? What can we do about it? Well, we can say that we can turn it into a fraction, like this. 0.8 over 200. And then again, we have to get rid of a point. So if we times both parts by 10, we want to get rid of it. Shoo, the point. Yeah? So we get 8 over 2,000. 8 over 2,000. This can be simplified a little bit. So we can simplify it by dividing both sides by 2, by halving them, because they're both even numbers. So they're both can be divided by 2. So it's 4 over 1,000. And 4 over 1000 is actually almost like a decimal. We can just write it as a decimal, right? 0.004. So it's 4,000. Again, remember the decimals, right? This is 1/10 here. Here this is 100. And this is 1,000. So we have 4,000. 4,000. Like this. 4,000. B. Let's get to B now. 60 divided by 4 and 2 over 7. Let's figure this out. So 4 and 2 over 7. Here I think, here what method we can use is we can turn this into the fractions. So 60 as a fraction is 60 over 1. And 4 and 2 over 7. As a fraction, it's going to be, so we do 4 times 7 and then plus 2. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. So 60 divided by 30 over 7. Dividing fractions is easy as pi. Flip the second fraction and then multiply. So we just flip this. We flip this. And then we can do the multiplication. So 60 over 1 times 7 over 30. And here we can cut something out. First we can cut zeros out. So if we have 0 on top and bottom, if we have a pair of zeros, one on top, another one on bottom, we can cut them out. And second, of course, 6 and 3, both of them can be divided by 2, right? And the answer is going to be 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 divided... Sorry, not by 2. Both 6 and 3 can be divided by 3. And the answer is, here it's going to be 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So we have, what we have left is we have 2. Right here we have 2. Here we have 7. 1 and 1. So it's 2 times 7 over 1 times 1, which is equal to 14. This is our answer. And finally, in C, we have to find 3% of 320. So 3% is the same as a fraction 3 over 100, of, when it comes to the world of fractions, of always means multiplication. So 3 over 100 times 320. So what we can do here is we can choose what we do first. We can either multiply by 3 first, or we can divide by 100. I think multiplying by 3 is actually fine. So 3 times 220 divided by 100. So we can just do it as a normal fraction. I think this is going to be the quickest mental strategy in this case. So we get 3 times 32 divided by 10. 3 times 32 is 96. 96 divided by 10. So what we do is we take 1 point and move it to the left. And this is equal to 9.6. 9.6. So 3% of 320 is 9.6. Next one. Workout. Okay, this is about BODMAS, or it's also called BIDMAS. BIDMAS. Right? So brackets, indices. Indices means powers and roots. Division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Those two are kind of equal in order, so we do them from left to right. So this pair and this pair. Okay, let's do it. 3 to the power of 3 times 18 divided by 6 plus 3. So first, of course, first we do the brackets. So this is what we do in the first term. So 3 times 3, 3 to the power of 3 times 18 divided by 9. Then we do indices. Right? Powers. If we have some powers, we have power here. 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So 27 times 18 divided by 9. And okay, so here comes the remark that I told you, division and multiplication. The fact that D stands before M, it doesn't mean that it always comes first. As I told you, they're equal operations, so we do them from left to right. If multiplication comes first, we do multiplication. If division comes first, we do division. In this case, multiplication comes first, so this is what we start with. So 27 times 18 and then divided by 9. Actually, it's a little bit uncomfortable to do that. 27 times 18 divided by 9. So we can actually write it like this. 27 over 1, we can write it as a fraction, times 18 over 9. Because 18 divided by 9 can be written as 18 over 9. Yeah, and if we write it like this, we can actually simplify it a little bit. So 27 and 9 can both be divided by 9. Here we will get 3, here we will get 1. And in the end we get 3 times 18, which is the same as 54. Okay, next one. Next we have 50 minus 13 over 5 times 15. So again, this is definitely not gonna come first. Addition, subtraction, they are last in turn. So first let's do this part. So let's turn it into a fraction. 13 over 5 times 15 over 1, like this. Now we can cut 15 and 5. We can divide them by 5. And we get 50 minus 13 times 3. 13 times 3, again, we do this before this, right? Because division multiplication comes before addition subtraction. So 50 minus 39 equals to 11. In C, we have 40 minus 40 divided by 4 plus 7 squared. This is actually a really nice topic, because when you go to Facebook or Instagram, there's always this kind of puzzles with BODMAS, where they give you a question like 2 plus 2 divided by 2. What's it equal to? And there's like 4 different options. And people are like, it's A, no, it's B, no, it's C. And everyone's like, whoa. But what you can do is you can say, hey, I know BODMAS. It's definitely 2 plus 2 divided by 2. Of course, we do this first. It's 1, and then 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Okay, back to the questions. Back to your practice before showing off to your friends. So 40 minus 40 divided by 4 plus 7 squared. First, of course, we do indices here, because we don't have brackets. So we do indices first. So 40 minus 40 divided by 4 plus 49. Then we do division. So 40 minus 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 49. And then we just do it step by step. So 40 minus 10 is 30 plus 49 equals to 79. Oh, my handwriting is getting bad. I will try to be more careful. Especially 49. Look at this monster. 49. Last one we have 2 to the power of 3 divided by, let me do it like this, yeah, 2.9 plus 1.1 minus 2 times 0.5. Okay, first we do power. So 2 to the power of 3 is 8 divided by, we can do, so this is brackets, because we can write this as 2 to the power of 3 divided by 2.9 plus 1.1. So actually, even though there's no brackets, but if there is some things in the fraction, especially in denominator, and you have to do some action to them, so you have to think that actually they kind of work like brackets, even though we don't write brackets there. So we have to do it pretty fast as well. It's pretty high in the priority list. So 8 over 4 minus, and now we can do 2 times 0.5. So 2 times 0.5 is 1. So 8 over 4 minus 1. 8 over 4 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. And now that you know BODMAS, now that you have some practice on it, you can go to the Facebook and you can prove your friends that you are the only one who is right when it comes to these kind of stuff. That's it for this lesson.